Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. So today is going to be late, I know, but it is going to be my October favorites. So before I get started, I just wanted to kind of talk about where I've been because I know I've been gone for like 2 weeks on YouTube. So if you don't care to hear where I've been or anything like that, I'll put like a little timestamp at the bottom of the screen, so if you want to just skip ahead to whatever my favorites were, you don't have to listen to me talk. But if you do want to listen to me talk, then here I am to talk. So I know I've mentioned this in a few videos in the past that I've been going through some medical stuff. So I typically, really like to get at least 2 videos up a week, and I've really been struggling with that, which I know a lot of you know that I've been having some issues with my arm for like the last 2 weeks. There's just been so much stuff going on. So like 2 weeks ago, I was in so much pain, like I don't know where it came from. I could barely move my arm at all, no matter if I had it up, down, like if I was laying, sitting, whatever, it didn't matter. It was so painful. I was getting ready to go to the emergency room because I didn't know what was going on. And then like the next day, Doug and I were in the kitchen. We were just cooking dinner or whatever. And he's like, "What's wrong with your hand?" And my hand was just like swelling and like turning purple. So we made like a homemade sling kind of a thing just to keep it like up so that the blood flow would kind of, like, I don't know, whatever. Just a lot of stuff had been going on and I was so overwhelmed, and I ended up having like a really bad panic attack. And if any of you suffer with like anxiety or anything like that, you know that if you have a panic attack, it takes a lot out of you. So for like 2 days, I couldn't do anything. I could not function. Anyway, so then after that happened, this was actually an exciting thing, a happy thing, why I couldn't film, but one of Doug's best friends got married, and Doug was standing up in the wedding. So on last Friday, we had the rehearsal dinner, and then Saturday they got married, and it was such a beautiful wedding. We were so happy that we could be there, so happy for them. It was an outdoor wedding, and I got just eaten alive by mosquitoes. Oh my god, I was so itchy. But yeah, so we had that, and I'm like going through the process of trying some new medications and things like that, and I hate it because it makes me tired all the time, to the point where I can sleep all night long. I wake up, I eat breakfast, maybe stay awake for like an hour or 2, and I'm literally so tired that I have to go take a 3-hour nap. Like, it's pathetic because normally I'm someone who is just like, I can't sit still, I don't take naps. That is not who I am. I am a very active person, and I feel like a bum because I literally don't have the energy to do anything. So it's been really hard to even just like find the motivation to put the camera on the tripod. It's been very difficult. So today, yeah, I think it's been about 2 weeks or so since I filmed a video. Today, when I'm filming this, it is Thursday, November 10th. And tomorrow, I'm so excited because, well, kind of nervous too, but I've been seeing a pain management doctor, and I'm going to be getting an epidural in my neck, which will hopefully numb all the pain that I'm having, because, as I've said in like probably 10,000 videos, no medication, no treatment, no massage, heat, cold, nothing takes this pain away. Like, I am in constant pain all the time, which is probably also why I'm tired all the time, if your body is like constantly in pain. And also we think that there's a vascular problem going on, which is a lack of blood flow. So maybe that's why I'm tired all the time. I don't know. Anyway, so I'm getting my epidural tomorrow. And then next week, if everything goes how it should. I am finally meeting with a vascular doctor who can hopefully diagnose me and figure out what's going on so that we can treat it and move on. So that was my like 5 minutes of where I've been the last 2 weeks and why I haven't filmed, and I just want everyone to know how much I appreciate you guys hanging in there and supporting me and being so nice and just understanding that I can't get videos up all the time. I really wish I could. I look at YouTube as something that helped me get through some horrible times in my life, and I know that like not everyone has great days, and I know that everyone has hard times and stuff like that. So I really hope that, you know, when you watch these videos, you know that you're not alone if you're going through a hard time. But hopefully these videos, and whether it's me or any other YouTuber, hopefully it can take your mind off of whatever is going on and just be like a happy little place. Anyway, so I will shut up because I've just talked for like almost 10 minutes straight. So let's get into the favorites. I don't really have like too many because like I said, it's been really hard for me to function almost at all this month. Also, I think I went in a little hard on the highlighter. I think we'll start with this first face product. This is nothing new. I've actually had this product for a while, and I don't know why, I just never really used it. This is a primer from Tarte, and this is the Clean Slate Timeless Smoothing Primer. So it just comes in this little like frosted glass jar. I think it's glass. It's probably like a strong plastic, but this is the primer on the inside. It's like a thicker white, kind of a pasty type of primer. I don't know why I wasn't using this as much before because, oh my god, this blurs out all my pores. It smooths everything out. It makes my makeup go on so well. And like I said, we went to this wedding, and in Florida, I swear to God, it never ever gets cold here. Maybe like in January or whatever, but oh my god, I was like sweating my balls off. Like, oh my god, it was so hot. And I wish I would have taken pictures of what my makeup looked like after we came home. And I mean, it looked like I had just put it on. Like, and I know that it had a lot to do with this primer and why my makeup looks so good. So if you were looking for a new primer, if you're from a hot climate, if you sweat a lot, I don't know, whatever, you need this, so go get it. Get this one. Then, to add on top of that, I know I have talked about these before, but oh my god. So these are, dropping everything. So these are two foundations that I can't stop using. I can't stop using them. The one that I love so much is the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea foundation. Oh my god, it is beautiful. It's got great coverage. It doesn't make you look cakey and gross. It lasts all day long. It's very lightweight. You don't feel like you have anything on. It's one of those dropper foundations, and honestly, one of the reasons I really like this, I don't know if any of you have tried the CoverFX custom cover drops. Like, those bottles have droppers and they get so freaking dirty, like they spill everywhere, and I've been abusing this bottle and it looks perfectly clean. It looks like I just got it from the store. So I highly recommend this foundation because this is the Rainforest of the Sea line from Tarte. You can only get this on Tarte.com or from Sephora, but this is so good, so you need to get this as well. I know I've mentioned again this one before. This is the Urban Decay All Nighter foundation. Oh my god, mine is definitely in the wrong shade because I got this like in the summer. So right now I have the shade 5.0. So all I've been doing is just mixing some of this into the Rainforest of the Sea foundation just to give it a little bit more coverage, and also because this is just, insane, long-lasting, full coverage. Oh my god. So I want to get this in my regular shade. I don't know if you can see like that little spot right here. I mean, you can actually see how you're using the foundation, and it's, what do they call it? Like in, I don't know, it's some word, but basically you, because of the way that this packaging is built, you get to use every single drop of foundation that is in here. It doesn't waste any product, because this is kind of expensive. I think this is like $40 or $42 or something like that. So again, those two foundations, I know I've mentioned them in favorites videos before, but oh my god, they're so good. A new product that I have been trying, so finally something new. I've been using pretty much the same contour kits for, I don't even know how long, a while. And not that I don't like them, but I just wanted something new. So I had showed this in a haul. This is the FIONA STILES, what is this thing actually called? Sheer Sculpting Palette in light medium. It looks like this. It is a very sheer sculpting kit, basically. And when I first looked at this, I was like, those shades are literally not going to do anything for me, because, I mean, look at them, like, especially this one. It looks almost like it's nothing, but I'm telling you, man, these shades are so good. And what's nice about this is you can't mess it up. It's perfect for contouring. I'm so impressed with this. This has been, I think this has been the only contour kit that I have used this entire month. I did my sister-in-law's makeup for homecoming, and I wanted to use something that I knew worked really well, something that I trusted, had, you know, I knew how the products worked, and I will try and maybe put some pictures in here so you can see what it looked like. Again, I'm not a professional, but I think it turned out pretty good, considering that I've never done anyone's makeup before. Just saying. I did use the Violet Voss Holy Grail palette. I freaking love this thing. This is such a beautiful palette. And this was supposed to be limited edition from Violet Voss, but they just announced that they are releasing this one again on the 18th, and we use this toffee shade for all over the lid. Oh my god. Like, you see that? Oh, so beautiful. And then the other palette that I used, I just wanted to use something that I knew worked really well. I've talked about this like 1,000 times. This is the Violet Voss Laura Lee palette, which I know is limited edition, and I think there may be a few places that you can still get this, but it looks like this. This palette has been abused. I was talking to Doug earlier today, and I was like, if he went into my makeup collection and threw away every single makeup palette that I had except for these two, I think I would be completely fine. I don't want him to do that, but like, I just feel like every single thing I need is in these two palettes. Like newer product that I had tried this month, I have been testing out the Pretty Fun and Fearless palette from CIATE with Chloe Morello, which looks like, if I can open it, which looks like this. I actually have it on today. I don't know how well it's showing up, but I used a lot of the like purpley pinky shades.
Hey.
Yes?
Hey.
What?
Love you.
Love you.
Hey.
Look both ways before you cross the street.
Don't tell me what to do.
The mattes, I really, really enjoy. They go on really well. They're pigmented. They blend well. The shimmery shades, they're beautiful, but they're a little bit more difficult to work with. Like I don't feel like the brushes pick them up very well, so I really have to like either use my finger or really like layer them up or spray them with Fix Plus or something like that. But I mean, these are like my favorite kind of colors, so I love this palette. I do think it's great, and I'm pretty sure you can still get this on Sephora's website. I know, again, I've mentioned these 1,000 times, but I just can't stop. These are some of the Bare Minerals Gen Nude liquid lipsticks. I mean, these are so comfortable to wear. They have beautiful pigment. Now, they're not one of those liquid lipsticks that's gonna completely dry down, completely matte, transfer proof, which is, I don't really care, honestly. It doesn't bother me because these last a really long time and I can eat and drink and they'll still stay on my lips or leave some sort of color so you don't look weird, you know, if any of it rubs off, and they're so easy to reapply. So if anything rubs off, it is no big deal. So if you're like maybe new to liquid lipsticks or are curious, or maybe you hate the really drying kind, oh my god, you guys, you need these. So these are the 4 shades that I have. I mean, they're definitely similar, but they're also different, you know? So this one right here is probably my favorite. I wear this one the most, and it's obviously the lightest one. This one is called Hemp. This one right here, which this is the one I'm wearing on my lips today. This one is called Icon. This one is called XYZ. And this very last one here is called Boss. That was all of my makeup favorites. I do have some other like random favorites to talk about. So if you don't care to hear those, then bye. But if you want to see my other things, then let's talk about it, shall we? I love to read. I've mentioned it before. I love mysteries, true crime, you know, all that stuff. So let's start with this one. This book is called The Good Girl, and they kind of compared this one to the same kind of writing style as Gone Girl, if any of you read that book or saw that movie. So a very similar writing style. How do you explain a book like without giving it away? Like whoever writes the little things on the back, like you're really good, because I can't talk about a book without like giving away what happens. These next 2 books are by the same author. Her name is RUTH WARE, and the first one that I read, which I think this is actually her most recent book. Yeah, this is her most recent book. This one is called The Woman in Cabin 10, and again, they say these kind of books are really, really similar to like Girl on the Train, things like that. So the main character in this book is a travel journalist, and she's invited onto this like really fancy cruise ship for its very first voyage so that she can, you know, write an article about it for the journal that she works for. There's a woman in cabin 10. But no one like sees this woman except for the main character. And so the main character spends the entire time on the ship trying to figure out, like, who is this woman? Am I going crazy? What's going on? And it all, you know, involves murder. So this one is called In a Dark, Dark Wood. And this is again by RUTH WARE, same author. But man, so there is a bachelorette party that is going down in this really beautiful house in the woods, far away from anyone. Oh, and this is they're from London, I believe, somewhere in England. So did you know that it is not called a bachelorette party in England? It's called a hen, like a bird, hen. Again, it all ends in murder. And it's very twisted and weird, and man, like, I just love these books that are like, you think you know who did it, but there's such a huge twist at the end that you're just like, oh my god, I'm an idiot, you know? I love it. So if you're into, like I said, books that are like Gone Girl or Girl on the Train or anything like that, like Gillian Flynn books, you will love those ones. But the book that like stole my heart this month, let me get this big bad boy over here. So this book is called The Crow Girl, and I probably am gonna butcher this name, but I think it's ERIK Axel Sund. something like that. So it looks like this. And actually, which I think is really interesting, that is just a pen name that they go by. It's actually 2 authors who wrote this book together. They are Swedish authors, and let me tell you, I really think that Swedish authors might be my favorite. If any of you read like the girl with, what is it, the girl with the dragon tattoo, like that whole series was a Swedish author, and those books were so insane. This book is nuts. Like it just blew my mind, and it's a pretty big book. This book is like almost 800 pages, so this one took me a little bit longer, also because it was originally written in Swedish, so then it's translated to English, but a lot of like the places that they talk about or the names are very Swedish. You can't change that, so it takes a little bit longer to like really understand sometimes what it is that they're talking about. But oh my god, this book is so sick and so twisted and so amazing. So they just keep finding all these dead bodies of like, oh god, it's not so terrible. What is wrong with me? It's just such a good book. They basically, the main character is a cop, and there's like a serial killer out there who is murdering young boys in like a really, really sick and twisted way. And so she's trying to, you know, figure out who the killer is. And it's very interesting how this book looks into how people cope with having really horrible things happen to them, specifically in like childhood, and how your brain just deals with things. Oh my god, this, I never saw it coming. Oh my god, just this book just blew my mind. One of the best books I have read in a very, very long time. If you're into the sick and twisted and a whole bunch of like mind games and things like that, oh my god, you need to read this again. That was The Crow Girl. Man, those Swedish authors though. So those were all of my favorites from the month of October. Sorry, this is going up like halfway through November. Oops. But at least they're going up. But thank you guys so much for being patient with me and for being so understanding. And I hope that you guys all had a really good month. If there's anything that you guys would like to see, please let me know in the comments of the video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, you know. Show some love, and don't forget to click the subscribe button before you leave. That way you will get notified for any videos that I post. And I think that's all I got. So thank you so much for hanging out with me. It felt really, really good to finally have enough energy to film a video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!